Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Coaches Show presented by Giant Seeds and Snacks, and welcome to Three Borders Sports Network, and welcome to those of you watching on Red River Communications Cable Channel 28, and welcome to Three Borders Sports Network. I'm Joe Schreiner. That's Brian Watson. How you doing, B-Dub?
I'm doing all right. You guys look really small over there.
Well, we got
I don't know what
small.
the deal is.
You got us the small chair. Do you see this? You know, we're gradually moving stuff in, and guess who gets the big chair, the big soft,
man.
cushy
You know
chair?
what I was going to do?
Okay, go ahead.
That chair was coming over here.
No,
But then
it
he was
wasn't.
standing in the doorway, so I didn't.
No, it wasn't. I can tell you that right now. Hey, when you're in charge and you own half the company, you get the good chair. Just saying.
I guess when you're the producer guy, you can
That's
sit in the
right.
big chair.
That is right.
But yeah, you're sitting a little bit higher than we are right now. But we'll get things straightened out here, Jeff. We'll get bigger chairs next time. So we might be sitting in those next time, and he'll be sitting off in the corner.
Well, yeah, that might be the case. We'll have to see.
We'll see how things go along. And welcome again, everybody. I'm Joe Schreiner. That's Brian Watson. We're joined here up on the table here in our little studio downtown Wahpeton by Jeff Ralph, head coach of the Huskies girls golf squad. Jeff, thanks for joining us tonight too.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
Well, we met last week, and you had a busy season before we had a coaches show, and now last Tuesday you went to Rose Creek, and that's just the only one that you've had since we met last time. But you had some good scores out there again for the girls. It was a fifth-place finish, I think, for you guys, but overall it looks like it was about the same, about average.
You know, we shot 347. I mean, that's kind of what we're trying to do is break 350 all the time. And, I think West Fargo, a bit of a surprise with one of their number one player, Regan Bentz, is sick, hasn't played some at Kings Walk and then had to withdraw and is really, really pretty sick. But without her, they had some girls. I think they qualified 3 girls yesterday. Who, they played their best rounds. Good for them. They get a chance to go to state as individuals if their team doesn't make it, which I would think they would. But, I was certainly happy with our score, 347. We had 3 girls in the 80s again, and then our high score we had to count was a 90. And if we keep doing that, we're going to be pretty solid. We went and looked today, and I talked with the girls about their scores and how, I asked them, what do you think? And Hallie said, well, I don't know, scale 1 to 10. She said, I think it was an 8. And, well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I think they all were kind of knew what I was getting at in that, man, we really left some shots out there, Hallie shoots 81, 2 birdies, takes 9th place, and I think she said she gave away about 4 or 5 shots.
Oh, boy.
She reflected on how she'd done and thought, man, I could have played a couple holes better. The number 3 at Grosse Creek, if you can get through there with a par or bogey, you're probably, ahead of the field. Especially with a par, you're ahead of everybody. I don't think there's one birdie there yesterday, but it's water all the way up to on both sides, almost all the way to the hole. Then there's water on the back, as Claire found out yesterday. She really played well, though. But
yeah, she did. Yeah.
But it's just a tough hole. You have to hit it down the middle 3 times in order to give yourself a chance. And we were a little crooked yesterday. I think our best score, we had 1-6. The rest were 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s. Oh. So when you make a 10, it really just derails your whole round. But I think that hole was really one they all looked back at and thought, I could have played that one better. And then, there was just that sporadic hole here, there too. But what I really think I hope the point I got across to him today was we can really play a lot better. Mm-hmm. When you look at Cheyenne at 331, I think we counted up about 16 shots today where, our 4 counting scores, we probably could have been, we could have been 331
yeah, I was gonna
or
say,
better.
Yeah,
So
you take those off. You're right there.
You look at Dave's with a 299. Well, I don't know if we can do 299. They have Rose Solberg with a 70 and Lexi Bartley with a 71. But we down to 80 and 81 that were maybe like Claire and Olivia with the 88. So that's the good news. Mm-hmm. But I really thought we played well. Claire had her low round of the season. She had 1 birdie, shot 88. Olivia had an 88, which is where she kind of thinks she should be. I think a little disappointed she didn't qualify. But
That was a
she's right there.
qualifier on Tuesday too. Yesterday, right?
Yep, that
So
was the second of the individual qualifiers,
okay.
and 86 was the number with par 71. So Clary and Olivia just missed it.
Just
I mean, they
missed
were right
it,
there,
yep.
and both, that one par 3 again probably kind of hurt both of them, or that par 5 hurt both of them. But two good scores. London shoots a 90 with a 37 on the back. 7
Great.
pars, 2 bogeys. Just played fantastic.
That's what, 2 over?
That's 2 overs,
Yep.
par 35 there. Just a great back nine, and again that number 3,
Ugh.
that par 5, and then number 9, the par 5. She had trouble, but I mean, I think that 37 shows, it tells London,
It's
hey,
there.
I can shoot a 37, and that's pretty darn good. So,
Yep.
we're right there with that. Scout had 97. Just kind of had a rough day. Started out with her driver and had a bad drive to start, and then it kind of snowballed on her a couple holes, and then she put it away. And she hits her hybrid as far as everybody hits their driver anyway. But she played well after I think about a 6 or 7 over after 3 holes, and she kind of reeled it in and played pretty well. So I told her that after. I go, well, Scout, way to bounce back.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been where you just said the heck with it and just slash it around, and she didn't. She fought through it and put up a decent score. And
Yep.
she started on the back too, so you see 51 on the back, and she had a 46. So she played better on the front after those bad holes.
Yep.
Then we had Ella Langenwalter with a 104, and Ella Graves with the 115. And Ella Langenwalter with the 104. I don't think she had a par till the end, and then she ended with 2 pars, and she's pretty happy with, a couple shots. We saw her hit her last tee shot on number 7, a par 3, and hit it to about 4 feet, and then darn it, didn't get the birdie to go. But I look at our lineup and I see 7 solid girls who they're all kind of been in and out of the top 4 scores, and that's what we need. We're right in the mix. We're really going to get on a roll now. We go Friday here, our open at Boisdieu, 2 days, and really a chance to play some good golf. Then we got Fargo Country Club on Monday, Maple River Wednesday, and it's over.
Wow.
So I mean, 3 weeks from today will be the day after the state tournament. So we're barely warmed up in school, and they've kind of found their way around the high school now, know where all their classes are, and then we're done. So,
Yeah.
But it's coming fast. I think the girls are, yesterday I think proved we're kind of getting right to the top of our games, which is really fun.
I know when you talk about the scores, and I was looking at them tonight before we came in, and you've got 5 girls averaging under 95 or lower, and when that happens, like you said, yeah, we could improve this and that there. I think you probably have had that chat with the girls about trying to, okay, what can you do, or what did you do, what did you see yourself that you can improve on, and I'm sure they've got their answers. So when you look at that and you can lower some more of these scores of a few strokes, now you're really talking. Like you said, you might be that West. You might have trouble getting to that 299, but you've got to have some girls that can shoot par all the time, too.
We do, and I think of Olivia, and I think she started out, she's maybe 4 over through 3 to start. And when I see her, and it's like it happens a lot. I hope I'm not jinxing it, but she's like, I just got to string some pars together. And then she does. She'll string 4 pars together. And, and I think they have that confidence. I think all of them do. And I think it's just a matter of, as we get down here to the end now, we don't want to be playing our best yesterday. We want to play our best at Grand Forks Country Club here in a couple of weeks. And I know they like the course. We've traditionally played well there. We played well this year. I think when we shoot there 351 or something, pretty good score up there. And we've always shot pretty well there. So,
Yep.
I think they're excited for it. But I really think they're excited for to have these 2 days at home, Friday, Saturday, and to play competitive golf. And we'll be paired with Cheyenne and with Red River on Friday. So we're going to know where we're at right away in that day. So it'll be fun.
And it's basically all the EDC teams that'll be here,
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
Is there any from the West coming in, or
No,
any Minnesota teams?
just our EDC, and Valley City's not coming, so it'll be 10 teams from the EDC. So.
Okay. And you're paired with who on Friday?
We'll play with
Cheyenne?
Cheyenne and Davies, Cheyenne and Red River on Friday, and then Saturday will be, wherever you end up individually will be how we play. So
Okay.
it'll be a good test for our girls, and they'll play with some really good girls. Red River's loaded with talented players, and they probably have 4 in the top 10, and Davies has 4 in the top 10.
Yeah.
So it'll be good for us to see where we shake out with that.
What time do they tee off?
Our first tee time will be at 10 o'clock on Friday. It's tee time, so everyone's off number 1.
Oh, it is.
First
Okay.
tee time's at 10. The last one will be about 12:30, I suppose.
Okay.
Then all 10 teams will be off by then.
Okay, so that's Friday and Saturday coming up here at the Bois de Sioux Bois de Sioux Golf Club, I should say, at the golf course downtown here. And if you've never been there to watch the girls, now would be a good time to go and watch the girls on Friday and Saturday downtown.
Yeah, come out and watch.
Golf course.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's people think it's not a spectator sport. It really is. And if you got a neighbor kid who's playing golf, come and watch them. They would enjoy the support from our fans. So it'd be cool to see.
That would be cool on Friday and Saturday right here at the Bois de Sioux. So,
And unlike girls basketball, free admission.
oh boy, how about that?
Free admission.
You can walk the course free.
Yep.
How about that? You turn yourself
Why,
on there.
why would you bring up that?
Well, I think it costs more to get into girls'
It
game.
does cost more. It costs more than the boys' game to get in the girls' game. More entertaining, is what they say.
I've heard that.
Where'd that
That's
happen?
what they say.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it is what it is. But it is fun to watch, though. I've been to a couple golf tournaments, and it's fun to watch. It is.
Yep.
Especially when you know some of the girls. Like, I coach some of the girls in basketball, so it's kind of cool to get out there and see them play in a different sport. And
Yep.
yeah, it's
And
good.
we talk about, like Hallie, for example, she'll be playing with Peyton Stalker from Cheyenne and with Jaya Grub, who's going to be, in all likelihood, her or Lexi Bartley will be the senior athlete. That's who she's playing with. So, if you did come out and watch on Friday at 10, Hal's going to be playing with some good golfers, and she hangs right with them. So it's fun to see.
I look at those scores, those top and those low scores, those 2 girls that shot 74. I'm like, really? I don't. Yeah, there's some good golf going on.
Some really good golf in the EDC. EDC there's one girl out west in Mandan, this Anna Huddle, who's really good. I think she's going to NDSU. But then the power is out east this year. It really is. And I saw the Mandan coach on there's a video on Twitter off of KFYR, and that's what he said too. He said, we have a good player, but the power's in the east this year. And I think Davies and Red River have shown that.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I saw a story last night on TV about the Kindred golfer, Bartles, I think her name is.
Yep.
She must be a heck of a good golfer,
Oh,
too.
she's
going
amazing.
to NDSU, too. Huh?
Yep. And she played, we went to Oxbow. It was kind of their invite, and we got invited to it, all the EDC schools. And she was right there till the end. And then I think either Rose or Lexi or somebody got her in the end. But, that's she's really good. Austin's seen her, Hillsboro's in their region, so he's seen her play, and he said she's amazing, and she's just getting better. So
And so
there's some
she
good
might
golf
be the
out
next
east.
Amy Olsen.
She might be.
She might be. All right, Coach, you got anything else for Coach?
No, I'm good.
All right.
I got my
Coach,
basketball
anything
again.
else? Got your basketball plug in for the girls. Do you want to mention that you got four members on the golf squad there? And
No. Not right
you don't
now.
want to plug that now?
No, we know who they are. We
All
know
right.
who they are.
Okay.
Well, all of these golfers spend some time in the winter playing basketball. They're golfers. Everybody knows that.
Come on now. They're basketball players that play golf.
We got Larry Lash waiting in the wings here, sitting in a comfy chair over there. Ralph and I get these hard steel chairs. You get a comfy chair, and Lash is over there in a comfy.
I'm pretty good. I'm comfortable.
I guess you are.
That's all I got to say.
All right, head coach Jeff Ralph of the Wahpeton Huskies golf squad. That's for the girls' side. And joining us next will be Larry Lash, BW Storm cross country coach, coming up next. Thanks, Jeff.
Every business begins with an idea. With dedication, hard work, and high-speed broadband, that idea can grow into something giant. The member organizations that form BAND are proud to support North Dakota businesses every step of the way, from the soil to the stadium. The Broadband Association of North Dakota, helping North Dakotans grow bright ideas into big business.
Comdell Innovation is now hiring production technicians for a variety of shifts with opportunities to make $20 or more per hour. Work in a clean, climate-controlled facility. Second shift, 4 10-hour days, every weekend off, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m., and 4-crew rotation, straight days, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., or straight nights, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Apply in person or online at ComdelInnovation.com. Comdel Innovation of Wahpeton, an employee-owned company.
Local insurance team ready to serve you. American Family Insurance, Miller and Associates, providing home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance. As residents of your community, they understand how important it is to be there for you, their trusted friends and neighbors. Together, they're building strong partnerships that help everyone succeed. American Family Insurance, Miller and Associates, a proud supporter of high school athletics.
And we hope to see you at American Family Insurance, Miller Associates.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain Hefty Seed never changes. Red River Grain Hefty Seed works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers to attain the highest possible profit for you. Red River Grain Hefty Seed has been saving farmers money for years. For all your grain and agronomy needs, stop in or call the friendly staff at 643-3738 or visit them online at redrivergrain.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to Three Borders Sports Network. I'm Joe Schreiner. That's Brian Watson. And welcome to the Coaches Show presented by Giants Seeds and Snacks. And also welcome to all of you watching on Red River Communications Cable Channel 28, a cable channel solely dedicated to everything live that Three Borders Sports does.
I lowered myself.
Oh, so you don't look so tall now?
I brought myself down a little bit.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I was better.
You actually don't look
when
comfortable.
Yeah. I'm taller than everybody else, so it's all right. But I wanted to, I don't mind making Ralph feel small.
Oh, okay.
Because he's kind of a big dude.
Yeah, he is a big dude.
But I want to keep in check with Mr. Lash over here.
All right. Appreciate that, Mr. Watson.
Yep,
You're bringing yourself down to my level.
I hear you. Well, one other thing I want to add before we get to Larry is tonight at the conclusion of the show, we've got our Play of the Week brought to you by Comdel.
Yep, new Play of the Week, Comdel Innovation Play of the Week, and it's a good one.
It's a dandy.
It is a good one.
Yeah,
so,
I'm very happy with the choice that we made on that one. So stay tuned with us, folks. We'll have the Comdel Play of the Week coming up at the conclusion of the Coaches Show tonight. But again, here, BW Storm head coach Larry Lash joins us here, boys and girls. Larry, thanks for joining us. I think you've only had, just like Coach Ralph there, only had one golf meet, and you've only had one cross-country meet here since we met last, and that was this past Saturday down in Millbank.
Correct, yep. Coach Ralph isn't the only guy spending time on the golf course.
Oh.
We're running on the golf course, too.
Oh,
so
okay.
I just don't
thought you got to play a little.
No, I don't get to swing the clubs, but we run around and look at them.
Run around with the girls and the boys and get a little conditioning in yourself.
We went down to Millbank, and we ran into weather delay.
Oh.
So we had, our first two races were like really hot, when we get down there and it's raining and there was lightning, so there was a pause. And to the kids' credit, the entire schedule was thrown off. It was supposed to be, like junior high boys, girls, then JV, and then varsity.
Okay.
And they looked at the radar and they said, okay, let's try to get a junior high race in. We'll just combine it, boys and girls together, and then we're going to go straight to varsity. And that can toss some kids off, but our kids ran great. The girls ran first, and they were led again by Lucy Comstock and Kiera Wurtsema. They both, and then Gracie Falk stepped her game up. She told me at practice she thought she had some more gas in the tank for the end of her race, and she finished top 10.
And she proved it then.
Yeah, she did.
So
she
good
did.
for Gracie. Yeah.
And then we had Addie King and Jasmine Benedict filled in nicely for our fourth and fifth runners. And at that race, they only scored top 4, but our fourth and fifth don't fall very far off of our third. And our third doesn't fall too far off from our first, so we stay really packed together.
Okay.
And I told the girls going in we have a chance to win. And, there we got 3 8th graders and 2 sophomores.
Wow.
So you tell them, hey, you guys don't wonder if you're good enough. You are good enough. And you wonder how they're going to respond. Well, they missed first place by 1 point.
1 point is all. I know they got second, but they missed it by 1
point. So, let's see. I'm trying to think. Flandreau, South Dakota, got first at 30 points. We had 31. And then Milbank was right behind us at 33.
Oh, boy.
So, really exciting race. The girls really stepped up. And, cross country, you score by 1 point for first place, 2 for second. So, like golf, low score is better.
Low score is better, yep.
But I can't think of like one particular girl who had like a bad race or let somebody sneak by her. So to get second by 1 point, the girls really ran well.
Good.
Really ran well.
That's very good.
And on the boys' side, we put Noah Berge and we put who's my other guy up there?
Troy.
Troy Burnt.
Yep.
Yeah, they both placed in the top 20. Noah was top 10. And they're just steady. Noah worked so hard in the off season.
Yep.
And now
See
Troy
him running all the time.
Yep.
I mentioned that last week.
In fact, he's going to sign at University of Jamestown.
Is he?
He's run. Yep, he just told me that the other night. So
congratulations.
Yep. So we'll look for that. I'll get a little write up in the paper and everything, and
Yeah.
we'll have an official signing. So
Yeah,
he's
good for
excited
him.
to go there.
Congratulations.
So Troy and Noah were just steady, and the big surprise though, with the weather delays, they weren't sure if they would get a JV race in. So I told all my boys running JV, I said, hey, we're just going to run you varsity today because I know you'll get to race. They might, if the weather comes back again
Sure.
and lightning, they'll just cancel. So
Yep.
let's all run.
Yep.
And I had some nice surprises. Jackson Hill, still placed third on my team, 36 overall.
Yep.
And Jack Eckren, who was also, I knew he was one of my top runners, he placed right behind Jackson.
Yep.
But then this freshman, Harry Ockert, first year in cross country, he was my fifth runner. He ran a really nice time. He was right behind Jack. And Wyatt Stav, he was injured for the first race, or missed the first race, injured for the second, came back. He was my sixth runner. Ethan Schur, who just started, that was his first race. So all these guys placed like really tight together.
Yep.
So what I'm going to
Yeah,
see
they're all
now,
right there.
after Noah and Troy, I got 6 guys competing for about 4 varsity spots. So we got some really good inter-squad competition. We have Charlie Eckren, Ethan Lauderson. All these boys are right there. Gabriel George didn't run with us this last weekend, and he's another one that'll be right in that mix. So I'm really excited for the boys' team, how they're going to pan out. And then on the girls' side, we got those top 5 superstars, and then Aubrey Bozen has been my 6th.
Yep.
But some other girls like Ashlyn Hare, she stepped up and ran really well at Milbank in the JV. And Emily Lindblad and London Hoffert. So I think for the girls, there's really 2 spots that they're competing for. And I think we're going to see some great competition coming out of them as well.
That's pretty good. And when you got that kind of competition amongst the kids themselves, just provides for better competition at the meets.
At the meets and even at practice.
Yeah.
No one really has to run by themselves.
Yeah.
There's always somebody, and if you want to slack off a little bit, they know that somebody else is coming for their spot. So it makes it easy for me to say, all right, here's what we're going to do today.
Yep.
Here's what's on the line, and the kids get after it.
So right now on a practice, what did you do today, just for instance? So
Well, today was, since we raced tomorrow.
Okay.
We have a big meet down at,
right.
where the heck are we going? Little Falls. Little Falls. I'm driving the bus, so.
Yeah, you better know where you're
Right.
going, I guess.
So today was a lot of stretching. Easy run, some stretching. We just talked about, more mental preparation today than anything. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, the kids went on a 6-mile run, and then on Monday, we found a couple hills we could find in Breckenridge, down by the community center, the sledding hill.
Sure.
And I kind of map out a little loop around there, and by the time they get the loop done, it's about a half mile.
Okay.
So we do that 5 or 6 or 7 times, and kids get their up and downs in. And so that's kind of a typical week for us. We get one really hard day, one distance day, a couple easy days, and then a race day.
So you use the sledding hill in Breckenridge. That's
We do, yeah.
well.
You got to be
gotta
creative.
use some. I was just going to say you got to come up with some hills, and there aren't very many around here, so that's pretty good.
And now that the golf season's winding down, it gets pretty quiet on the golf course in the afternoon. And there's a couple of spots down there as well. We can get some loops where there's a little up and down and gives the kids a feel for running on grass and such. So we do what we can of our town.
So Coach Ralph was just saying that, here, looking back at his sheet here, they finish up with their state tournament on October 3rd. Yours goes a little bit later than that, doesn't it?
Right,
So you've
yep.
got some more meets yet to go before
Yep.
that early
Our
October.
state meet is right around like November 3rd.
Okay, yeah, I was going to
Yep.
say you go a lot later.
Yep. So we have one meet a week all the way through October.
Okay.
So, we ran at 90 degrees last week. It's going to be, I think, around 80 tomorrow. But there'll be at least one race somewhere. There'll be snow flurries in the air. Yeah, at least one.
Don't say that. Watson's already having a heart attack on that one, so we'll get him through it though.
We don't need that.
No, we don't need the snowflakes yet.
No, so looking ahead, tomorrow we go to Little Falls, which is a preview of our sectional meet.
Oh, okay.
So we will see every single team in our section tomorrow.
And that's
plus,
right. You mentioned last week you got bumped up to 2A.
We got bumped up, yes.
Okay.
So I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I hope the kids don't get too worked up over all the good teams that will be there. And like I told our girls, I said, hey, we are one of the good teams. Just believe in yourself.
Yep.
And as far as the boys, they're kind of, they're super young, like I said, and we got Noah leading the way, and the rest of the guys are fighting for those spots. And I'm curious how they'll stack up too against all that competition.
That's in Little Falls.
Little Falls, yeah.
All right.
I'm guessing if there was 50 kids at Millbank in the varsity race, there'll be probably 120 kids tomorrow in the varsity race.
Yep. Well, you got anything else you want to add there, Coach?
No, just hoping the weather holds up, and one of these races, I think that we'll just get a nice running day, and not lightning, and not heat, and not rain, just a nice running day.
I think that's coming tomorrow.
I think so.
Yep. So Larry Lash and the BW Storm cross-country team heading over to Little Falls tomorrow. And next week we don't have a coach's show there, Coach. We're
okay.
We got Brian's got his park board meeting next week, so we're unable to have a show next week. But we'll be back after that, and we'll have a couple of meets to talk
All right,
about.
yep, we'll probably have 2 or 3 between now and then.
All right, drive safe. Good luck to you and the team.
All right, thank you.
All right, Larry Lash, head coach of the BW Storm cross-country boys and girls team. And coming up next, I think we've got Carson Yagi coming up. We'll be right back here on Three Borders Sports Network.
Sometimes it's tough being a dad. Kids grow up fast. Hey, girls. Oh, love it.
Dad, what are you doing?
I'm TikToking.
Is he serious?
Don't even want me around anymore. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. Hugs mean a lot to a dad. So, with Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
Your business depends on technology. Digital Guru provides professional IT solutions you can trust to keep it moving forward. From redesigning existing systems to brand new builds, we offer your business managed IT services, including backups, cybersecurity, cloud services, remote desk support, and more. And don't forget, we also provide audio, video, security camera, and door access control installation. Focus on what you do best and leave the technology to the professionals. Contact Digital Guru today.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family, to provide options beyond the expected, to help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Abby Johnson with the home run, just about to straight away center field.
Superior Builders in Breckenridge specializes in post-frame buildings with 25 years worth of knowledge and experience in the post-frame industry. Licensed and insured, Superior Builders offers pre-engineered commercial buildings, farm shops, hobby buildings, and storage buildings. Superior Builders also offers a 40-year paint warranty and lifetime column warranty. Superior Builders in Breckenridge, building your dream to last. 701-238-7740. That's 701-238-7740.
Farmers, be ready this planting season by contacting Yield Advantage for all your seed and planting equipment needs. They carry high-quality products from Precision Planting, Intelligent Ag, Copperhead Ag, Outback Wraps, Ware Parts LLC, Midwest Seed Genetics, and more. Yield Advantage can help your planter from basic service parts to liquid fertilizer setups. All of the latest technology and often significantly less than buying a new planter. Be ready to hit the field by contacting Yield Advantage 218-517-7878 or online at yield-advantage.com.
Chad's watching.
I know he is.
Hi, Chad.
I got a little wonky with the camera work in the last segment.
Did you?
Yeah, I had to scramble to do something, so we're safe. Let's just put it that way.
So was I in shots that I wasn't supposed to be?
Well, you might not have been in a shot, and it might have been
right.
just
as long as
Lash.
we get coaches on the shot, that's fine.
Well, yeah, Lash was in the shot, so I mean it was fine. So, but yeah,
Okay.
we're good though. Let's
Okay.
just put it that way. We're good.
So when I go back and watch it tonight,
Yeah, you'll know. You'll
screwed
know.
up.
I was in a panic there for a second, and I forgot that I was producing the show. So.
All right, everybody. Welcome once again to the Coaches Show presented by Giant Seeds and Snacks, and welcome to all of you watching on Red River Communications cable channel number 28, our own cable channel here, and we want to thank Red River Communications for that, and also our camera brought to you by Digital Guru in downtown Wahpeton, right on Dakota Avenue. Digital Guru and the crew down there. We want to thank Matt and everybody else down at Digital Guru for making that happen. All right. Also, don't forget there, before we get to Coach Yegi here, the play of the week is going to be presented by Comdel. We got a pretty good dandy one here coming up at the end of the show here tonight, so stick with us for the Comdel play of the week, and that's going to be a fun one. But right now we're joined by head coach of the Cowboys football squad. That's Carson Yegi. Carson, thanks for coming back. Well, thanks for coming back, man. Your second time back.
You guys were fun to be around the first time, so no complaints.
well, we're glad you came back, and for your second dishing of the Coaches Show here, brought to you by Giants, and appreciate you spending some time with us and taking your evening off and coming over here.
Oh, not a problem. My pleasure.
All right. Just recapping a little bit here. You went over to Pelican Rapids, and then this week here on Friday you had Staples Motley at home. And it turned out to be a pretty tight one there for you. I think you guys had the lead there for a while, and then it was a 21-13 game at one point in time. And I think I wrote down the notes here at 2 minutes, 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It was 21-13 on a run by David Erlinson.
Yep.
Talk about that a little bit in the play. And
Dave, got the ball back with about 4 minutes left or so. It was up 14-13.
14-13.
Kind of just – we're going to see how far we can milk the clock here. And we got a couple first downs, got going, and David Erlinson busted an unbelievable run. And, I mean, in high school football, you're never going to tell a kid not to score a touchdown. You got to go score. And, I mean, it's scoring touchdown. It's one of a lifelong memory. It doesn't matter if you score one or you score 20 in your career. You got to do it, and you got to celebrate it.
Yep. I'm going to ask a question, and maybe I shouldn't. Were there some naysayers out there that saying he should have took the knee? Do you want to answer that, or do you not? Want to answer that?
I didn't hear anyone say it.
Okay,
I mean,
good.
You look at the grand scheme of football, and you could, you take the knee there, and then you get another first down, and you win the football game. But that's understand you played to win the game, but you also played to have fun.
Absolutely.
And I mean, you're never going to fault a kid for going to score a touchdown. That's the big thing, and by no means. Would he have been in the wrong with either choice? What he did, and man, at first career varsity touchdown for him, I think it is. So I mean, what an opportunity, and it was a great run as well.
Yep, that's what I understood. I haven't watched it yet, but I want to go watch it because Brian was at the game producing, and of course with Raleigh and Kevin. And I heard it was a great run. I need to go back and watch that too myself. But again, a great run by David Erlinson. Looks like he had a nice night running the ball too. I see he had 14 carries for 136 yards. So I mean, you're talking almost 10 yards a carry.
No, he played phenomenal all night. The offensive line really did a great job blocking for him. Paul, Bailey, Evans, all three of them had a really good night rushing the football. It just didn't turn out our way.
Yep.
Bummer the way it happens, but a great learning experience for a young team.
Well, you had, and again, the other stat that I saw that I thought was pretty good there, Coach, you had 280 yards rushing. Like you just said, they had good night rushing the ball, and you got 280, 6.6 yards per carry. Not a bad night for carrying the ball.
No, I know. I mean, I can't give enough credit to the guys up front.
Yeah, let's talk about those
They had
guys.
a tough week in our week one at Pelican, and they answered in week two. Carter Benson, Tegan Abel, Henry Sledadall, Brian Martinez, Eli Butts, Jackson Bolte.
Mm-hmm.
They did a great job last week. They really took the lessons and learning points from week one and applied it to week two, and I mean, it was great to see. It was fun to play football that way, and I mean, then they protected well as well. I think Bailey Evans had over 100 yards passing. And,
I got him down for 118.
Yeah, no, it was a great night overall, and just didn't turn out, but you got to move forward.
All right,
good learning experience.
So now we got to fast forward here to the 2-point conversion It's tied going into overtime, 21 apiece, and they score a touchdown and the extra point. You scored a touchdown there. I think it was a pass to Kunkel, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
I was on my way over from the Wahpeton game. We just packed up, and I was on my way over to Breckenridge, and I saw the tail end of it there on my phone. And anyway, you scored. Just talk about that play, because it was kind of a fun play too to Kunkel.
Yeah.
For the touchdown.
No, but Bailey Evans does a great job passing outside the pocket. He's a really good athlete, and rolled him out to the right. And him and Jacob Kunkel are guys who have probably thrown more footballs this summer to each other than a guy could possibly count. The work they put in, there's just such a trust level there. They're unbelievable friends, and Dawson Weinbar as well in that crew.
Sure.
And, he knew who he was going to. He knew he trusted the receiver to be in the spot. The receiver trusted him that he'd get the football, and great execution by both those guys on that play.
Awesome. All right, so now you're down 1 in overtime. If you tie, you go to another overtime. If you go for 2 and get it, you win. And the thought process, and I know there was some questions, and you probably gotten some questions, but because I did, but I've discussed it with Brian, I've discussed it with Raleigh, I've discussed it with a lot of people, and we all agree with your decision. Go through your thought process on that, Coach.
It's a trust factor for the kids. You play to win the football game, and these kids have put in an unbelievable amount of work throughout that game to put themselves in a position to win. Mm-hmm. And, it's such a tough spot because it's either the best possible outcome or worst possible outcome. And we trusted our guys to the full goal.
Damn right.
We thought we were going to line up. You know what? We'll take our guy versus your guy every single time.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, that didn't happen. A kid from Staples made an unbelievable play. He was a senior, and he came out, and, he just made a great play. It's all it was. There's going to be a lot of plays throughout the course of a game that can either win or lose a game, but it's never directly won.
Yep.
There's so many things we could have done prior to that to put so we wouldn't even have been in that position. But you never fault a kid for making a mistake on one play. And how many times throughout the game was there a mistake on my end, a mistake on our coach's end? And it's something that it's just a mentality for our kids. When we get an opportunity, we're going to take a hold of it. We've been very aggressive going for it on 4th downs. We want to teach our kids that we're going to fire off the football. We're going to go. We have all the faith in you guys that you guys are going to make the plays when we need you to.
I'm ready to go in. I'll put the pads on. I'll go in and play for him. How about you?
I will too. Let's go. Let's line up.
I'm ready to go. Damn right. Let's go. No, I would trust, Coach, that you would probably make that same decision. And I'm not trying to put pressure on you, but if you go into Pillager and it's in the same situation, you're probably going to do. If you can go for the win, you're probably going to go for the win.
Yep. Exactly.
So
our opinion about our team, our opinion about our kids, our goals for the team have not changed from our preseason scrimmages to our week 1 loss, our week 2 loss. We still have very high goals for this team, and the kids know that, and they work towards that. And they've learned from everything. They've learned from their mistakes, and they're going to keep getting better each and every week because it's a great group to work with. They're kids who they love being around the game of football.
Good for you. Again, I appreciate your candidness, and I appreciate the tough question that you answered, and I agree with you. So
Thank you.
we'll go for that. I don't get paid to coach, you do, but you did a good job with it, I think. All right, so now coming up, Coach, you're going over to Pillager. They took on Osakis and I think Wadena Deer Creek, and a couple of Osakis kind of handled them very well, 43-8. Then they took on Wadena Deer Creek and they lost 26-0, both AA schools. You're going over to Pillager. What are you looking for?
So Pillager's a team. They have a lot of kids back from last year. I think they only had 2 seniors who played football last year. Against Osakis, week 1, we've seen Osakis kind of in our summer camps and everything, and I can't say enough about how good of a team they are, how well coached they are. They're phenomenal. So we kind of looked at that game. It's like, you know what, that's a tough one to judge the film on, how good this team is. Wadena's another team who's really good. Kind of the same scenario for them last week. They lost on a last-second touchdown, I think it was, or Wadena scored with 20 seconds left and beat them that way. But they're a team that's very physical. They have a lot of size, and they're going to run some kind of option veer old-school football right at us. And, it's going to be a week where you got to line up and you got to hit them in the face every single play because they're going to keep running dive. And then that one time a kid doesn't do his job, he's going to pull the ball and get to the outside. But no, it'll be a very good challenge for us. They're a very good football team. They're a lot better than an 0-2 football team, and it'll be good. It'll be fun. Kind of get excited to get our kids on a road trip a little bit. No, it'll be good.
Couple hours. What is it over there? A couple hours? 2.5?
2.5 hours, right by Brainerd.
Yep, it's close to Brainerd. I knew that. So, it's going to be good. And then after that, then you kind of finally get into some Section 6A football, and we'll talk about that in the upcoming weeks. But again, you got some of your own section football play coming up here after that. So
yeah,
looking forward to getting that started too, I bet.
Yep. Getting tested right away with a lot of schools a class above us, but hey, no better challenge for our kids.
Like Brian always says too, he said he doesn't care whose name is on the front of that uniform. Let's just go whoop them.
Exactly.
Got that right.
Right.
Just go play. It doesn't matter.
Yep. There you go.
Respect everyone and fear no one.
There you go.
I like it.
All right, Coach. Anything else?
Nope. Thank you
right.
very much for having me.
Appreciate you coming in. Again, we're not here next week, Coach, so we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Sounds good. See you then.
Carson Yagi, Cowboys football coach. They're heading to Pillager this week. You can follow them out there and wish the Cowboys well. So we'll be right back with head coach of the Huskies football squad. That's Wade Gilbertson, waiting in the wings. We'll be right back.
At OSPTI, our focus is on each individual's therapy needs, whether it be for speech, occupational, or physical therapy services. I'm Becky, a physical therapist at OSPTI, and I love being able to provide that personal care to each person that we see with clinics in Breckenridge, Hankinson, and Fergus Falls. You don't have to travel very far from home. From infants to athletes to adults, you can request OSPTI to meet your therapy goals.
Interstate Engineering, our business is about connections. We connect people to water, communities to counties, and counties to the rest of the world. Our work connects main streets to interstates, and yesterday with the potential of tomorrow. With over 40 years of connecting, our experience and expertise are thanks to the clients we have earned, the trust we have built, and the connections we have made. Interstate Engineering, the professionals you need, the people you trust.
In this place, we see potential like nowhere else. Here, vision is boundless. That's why we never settle. We look for the moments when everything becomes possible. The moments that inspire us to make every day better. In this place, there's no such thing as good. There's only great. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Then and down the road. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents.
Since 1987, Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track. Red River Valley and Western handles shipping, freight car repair, storage options, and now transload services. With over 30 years of experience in the railroad industry, they know dependable service is what you strive for. Red River Valley and Western is proud to be a part of the community since 1987.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their #1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Coaches Show presented by Giant Seeds and Snacks. Giant Seeds and Snacks, our Coaches Show sponsor. And also, don't forget that we've got our Comdell Play of the Week coming up at the conclusion of the show. And I just also want to thank everybody for joining us on Red River Communications Cable Channel 28. And I'm Joe Schreiner. That's Brian Watson, and head coach of the Huskies football team. Here is Wade Gilbertson. But real quick, boys, because I know Wade was there last night. And, of course, Brian and I were there covering the game. We had the pink game, and Coach Margaret Kruger, I keep wanting to say Margaret Wilson.
I'm not going to get used to that. I apologize, but I know it's going to be tough for me to get used to
Margaret
that. Margaret
can't be here tonight, and being as you were there last night, Gilby, and Brian and I were there as well, we just want to talk about the pink game.
I can give my volleyball expertise if you'd like.
But and you are a good guy on the microphone, by the way.
Just talk about the atmosphere, though.
That's what I want to talk about.
the atmosphere.
What did you think of that? That was crazy last night, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I got there last night, right? And I'm sitting. I find my wife, which was hard to do.
Yeah.
In the gym was packed, and I'm sitting in front of Yoni Fobb. Everybody, I think a lot of people know Yoni.
Yep.
Yoni turns around and says to me, "This atmosphere is worth the price of admission."
Wasn't it, though?
It was.
Agreed.
It was great.
Agreed.
Both student sections kind of going at it a little bit, and students were excited to be around each other and to kind of give it to each other. Reminded me a little bit. Yeah, it reminded me a little bit of the old days when we used to play football against them, and we miss those days, and I'm guessing they do too. It would be great to bring that back if we could ever make it work again. But yeah, that atmosphere I thought last night at the volleyball game was pretty special.
Were you there? I think you came in after the pep band was done, or did you get there while the pep band was still
I got there. Of course, I got to sample the popcorn everywhere we go, right?
Yep.
So I sampled the popcorn, and the pep band was playing. They did. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
They had a couple of guitars down there, and you get a pep band with a guitar, I'm all in.
And the drums, they're just going. He's up in the booth with me up there, and he's just pounding the drums with the guys.
I was in the band, so in high school. So
What'd you play?
I'm a bandy. I played baritone horn. So
you did?
Yeah, I played brass instrument.
Well, look at that.
Yep.
I played drums for like one day.
Yep.
And they told me to just get out. You don't belong here.
I tried the saxophone, and they told me to quit too. So I couldn't do it.
I played a couple different before I found my niche. So
cool.
I ended up on a baritone horn. So
it was. I mean, in the sets, Wade, were all very close. I mean, it was close.
Yeah, they were.
25-22, 25-19, and I can't remember what the third,
21, I think 20 or 21 in the third, yeah.
So it was crazy close. So it was competitive. The Huskies would come back and battle back. I mean, they went on a 10-0 run, I think, in set 2, didn't they?
Yep.
And a couple of short runs in set 3 to keep it close, and just an atmosphere. I mean, the crowd, like you said, Coach, was just unbelievable.
So much fun, I think it was set 2 where we might have been down 8 or 9 or something like that. Like you said, we went on a 10-point run, and our girls, going down to the floor after the game, it seemed like our girls were pretty happy with the effort that they gave. And
they played well.
They played hard.
They played well.
Sometimes you lose that first one, you can kind of sink down a little bit. You lose that second one, you can sink a little bit. But we were in every single game, and it was so much fun to see. And, of course, watch my daughter play as well with her teammates and her coaches in her senior year. It's I don't know, you want to soak it all in for every minute that it's worth. I know Brian and I were talking off air a little bit about senior years coming up and stuff like that, and soaking it all in.
Pretty fast.
It does.
Yep.
And unfortunately, Latea, as a junior, had knee surgery on Monday, so we wish her well.
She's doing well.
But,
good.
Doing well.
So we hope everything's going well with her, and she couldn't be a part of that last night, unfortunately, because she had surgery on Monday. But, again, Margaret Kruger and Coach Dom Rickles couldn't be here tonight. So we just wanted to quick talk about it. I asked Coach Gilby if we could talk about it real quick, and he was all good about it. So
love it.
It was just, if you haven't seen it, folks, please go to Three Borders Sports Network, watch that game. I mean, just the atmosphere alone.
Yeah, and it's the same like when we play the basketball games in the wintertime as well, when we're at the Blickery Center for those games. I mean, the atmosphere is phenomenal. It's great. And at the end of the night, most people that are at those games are going to be friends again after the game. I know I saw some of the students from Breckenridge kind of mingle with some of the students from Wahpeton. I mean, we grew up in the same town basically, and they know each other, and even the parents.
And this does it too. Everybody's got a phone, and then there's social media, so they're all friends.
Of course. After the game is over, we're all friends again. But yeah, the atmosphere was outstanding. I loved it.
Go back on Three Borders Sports Network on our YouTube channel and take a look at that one, folks. You'll enjoy it. All right, it's time to talk football now. Coach Wade Gilbertson, Husky football coach, joining us. Coach, last Friday night there we took on Fargo North, and I think they're ranked number 1 for a reason. But the Huskies gave it a shot there, and Fargo North came away the winners. But I'm sure there were some things that you can come away with some positives on that one.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have a tough loss like that, you got to kind of look within yourselves, and you got to learn from it a little bit. You got to, yes, you have to move on, but you also want to look back at it and understand some of the things we could have done better. Now, is Fargo North as advertised? Of course they are.
Yeah.
They started at both sides of the football. They started 20 seniors, and one of their seniors didn't start because he just didn't dress. But usually they start 21 out of 22 seniors. We're starting 2 on either side of the ball. But at the same time, we're not going to make excuses, and we're not going to play victim. We're not going to do that. We're going to compete every single second of the football game. And, the first half, I don't think we competed as well as we could have. After they got the onside kick and they went up 14-0, then our guys kind of dropped their heads and dropped their shoulders a little bit. And it wasn't indicative of a lot of the things that we teach our kids, and I thought we came out in the second half, and yeah, I mean, we were down by a bunch of points. They scored a bunch in the first half, but I thought that we came out and we had a little bit more intention in the second half, and we're looking for that as we move forward with our team as well. One of the things that we've preached all week after a tough loss like that, football can be hard, and if you want to be, and I've said this about myself, and I'll take all the blame for all of it, and I always will. And if you want to be the guy that calls the shots, you got to be the guy that answers the tough questions as well. One of the things that we talked to our kids about this week during practice was, things are hard when you lose like that to a team that's that well established and got that many upperclassmen and that much experience. But then our response to that, my question to them is, sure, it's hard, and football can be hard, and sports can be hard, but compared to what? We ask them. I mean, compared to what? I mean, we're not in the military. We don't have a gun in our hands. We're not living in a country that is going through an overthrow like they have overseas in certain places. So compared to what? I mean, we need to enjoy the game of football and learn how to get better at it and learn how to just compete every single play and try to go 1-0 every single play, which is extremely difficult to teach young people, and not just young people, it's everyone. My students, my athletes, my family, other adults that I'm acquaintances with, the fans. It's difficult to understand and to have a mindset of going 1-0 on every single play. Don't think back, don't think forward. Let's live in the right now, 6 inches in front of our face, and compete with what's right in front of our face. So it's difficult to do, and it's a challenge every single day that we accept as coaches.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that come out of the evening there, again, you got, and they say this at all levels, that they say this at all levels too, Coach, is that, I don't know what he's saying.
Just I'm sorry, Coach.
Oh, there you go. Now I can hear out of both ears.
Thanks, Brian. Now I can. That's why I have.
That'll go on our blooper reel.
That's part of my. I had him off air when he was doing it, but that's part of my producer role.
There you go. Now we'll have that on our blooper roll.
I probably do that on Friday nights too when I'm calling plays on the headset. I got it all reversed and nobody can hear what I'm saying, or I can't hear them.
The guy wears a headset for his job. He thinks he'd know how to put one on.
You think he'd know how to put one on.
I tried to keep it on the down low so that he would just do it so nobody would know, but now everybody knows, okay. So it's okay.
It's on our blooper reel.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. We'll do that. What I was going to say, at all levels, Coach, even from the pros on down to college and every other level, they talk about, okay, we still got a chance to see our younger players on the big floor, so to speak, you know, on the big field under the lights on a Friday night. So you got to see some younger players play as well, and see how they fit into the whole rotation, and so there were a lot of positives coming out of it.
Oh, of course, and you look for the positives. You have to, and of course you learn from the negatives, and we look for the positives. And we did get a lot of young guys in the game. I think that almost everybody on our sideline got in the game. I even got a couple messages from some of the younger parents, some of the younger kids' parents, that it was good that we got them in the game, and thank you for getting them in the game and getting them under the Friday night lights, get a little experience there. But yeah, we do see some positives. You know, we've got a number of kids that are underclassmen. We're going to have almost everybody come back other than 4 of our players that we have on our sideline right now. And so we're young, and we're learning how to practice. We're learning how to play. We're learning, as I said before, to go 1-0 on every single rep or every single day. It's something that you know, it's difficult to do when you have a lot of youth, and you're able to pick that up easier the older you get. You're able to stay more locked in, and you're able to stay focused the older you get. So we're still growing as a team every single rep, every single day, and it's fun to watch. It really, really is, and we can't get too down. It can't be so much doom and gloom that we hurt our chances for winning the next game, or we even hurt our chances for having a good practice on Monday after the Fargo North game, because we have to understand that these kids are still learning, these kids are still figuring it out a little bit. So,
well, all right, now you're talking about that next games. So let's segue into that. So the next game is going to be West Fargo Horace.
Correct.
And that one's going to be here at home. Another home game here for the Huskies. So West Fargo Horace comes in here. I think they're 1-1, and they're 1-2 overall. So I mean the records are similar, but you don't look at records when you go to a Friday night game.
No.
So Horace also defeated Devils Lake. Your thoughts?
West Fargo Horace has a lot of feistiness this year compared to a season ago. Obviously, their first varsity season a season ago, and they've got everybody coming back from last year's team. And on film, they show that they are going to fight. And they're awful feisty is the word that I use. So we're going to have to be ready to come out and play. And they got their first program win against Devils Lake. They played very, very well. It was the game was pretty close. You know, Devils Lake came back to win. Devils Lake came back to make it a pretty close game in the last couple of minutes. But essentially, West Fargo Horace was up by about 20 points going into the fourth quarter. So Devils Lake really made a full steam ahead comeback in the fourth quarter. But they essentially had handled Devils Lake for 3 quarters. Somewhat similar to what we might have done against Devils Lake in game 1. So we look for this to be a pretty even matchup. We look for them to come out and be ready to play because, and I told our guys, I said, hey, on Monday at film, these guys owe us one, and they're going to be coming out and they're going to be loaded for bear, and we're going to have to be ready to go. We're going to have to be able to match that, and at home on a Friday night, hopefully we can match that intensity that they're going to bring, and I have all the confidence in the world that we're going to be able to match that intensity. I think that we've had a great week of practice so far. We've tried to kind of get the kids refocused and recentered on what we're doing and not feel bad about what happened on Friday. Don't feel embarrassed about what happened on Friday.
Forget about it.
Exactly. Let's move on and learn from it, and let's go and compete on Friday night and make the city of Wahpeton proud of us, make Wahpeton High School proud of us, make ourselves proud of us and the things that we're doing. So, you know, if we can represent our city and our school the right way, we're going to go out and have a great chance to win.
I think it's going to be a fun game to be at. It's these guys in Horace, like you said, that a feisty bunch, using your words. Those guys were a bunch of juniors last year coming back in now as seniors, and like you said, we probably got a target on our back, if I can say that.
Of course, and they changed a couple of things offensively and a little bit defensively as well, and you know, taking over a program as a JV program, and then last year as a first-time varsity program. I guess I can attest to it. This is my, I don't know how many years in this program, but 5th year as the head coach, and it's a process. Sure. It most definitely is, and you try to get things situated the way that you want them. You try to get the right people at the front of the bus. You try to get the wrong people off of the bus, so to speak. And it is definitely something that is very, very real in any kind of sport that you coach. That you go from year 1 to year 2, there's definitely going to be marked improvement, and then of course I see them improving year 3, 4, 5, and 6 as well moving forward. So
it's going to be a good game, and I think just looking at the stats that I looked at here tonight before we came in, Coach, they've got a couple of defensive players, Mason Johnson and Gage. Can't read it without my glasses. Gage Falloon, I believe, both of them with 27 tackles on the year. Trayton Malk 27.5, but they've got 2 guys with 27 tackles, so they got some guys that move around on the defensive side of the ball too.
They do, and they're probably not going to be as big and as strong as Fargo North, obviously, but they're going to be able to move. That's one thing that I've noticed about them is they look athletic pretty much across the board. They're not going to have somebody on the football field that can't move, so they're going to rely on their speed a little bit, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I think they probably changed their offense a little bit. They're a little bit more spread out, kind of like we are a little bit. Okay. They may not be reading guys as much as we read guys and leaving guys unblocked as much as we do, but they kind of start to spread it out a little bit because that might be one of their strengths is being able to run around the football field. So
we could see a wide open show tomorrow.
It's highly possible.
Friday, I should say. Yep. All right, Coach, you got anything else you want to add there?
No. I thank you guys for having me once again, and we just look forward to playing again. It's one of those things where
let's get out.
In football, you got to wait about 7 days in order to get back on the field again and get that sour taste out of your mouth. So we have to find a way to do it during the week. And I think that our seniors have been great leaders so far. A lot of our juniors have been great leaders so far, and we're looking forward to representing both ourselves, our school, and our city very, very well on Friday night. We're excited about it.
Looking forward to it.
You bet.
Yeah, it'll be a good one.
Both Brian and I will be there, and we'll have a couple of cameras set up, and we'll be good to go.
Let's go. Let's go get a W.
All right, let's get a W against West Fargo Horace. And head coach Wade Gilbertson of the Huskies football squad. We're going to come back with our Comdale Play of the Week here right after this on Three Borders Sports Network.
At Smith Motors in Wahpeton, we take great pride in delivering the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle and budget. Like the eye-catching Chevy Equinox, the rugged, hard-working GMC Sierra. Since 1960, Smith Motors has provided an excellent automotive experience. From low-pressure sales to high-quality service, our customers come first. Know what you want and it's not on our lot? Let Smith Motors find it for you. Smith Motors, small-town friendly, big-town deals.
Washing your car just got a whole lot cheaper. With All Seasons Car Wash Unlimited plans, you can wash your car whenever you want for as little as $33 a month. You can even wash your pet at All Seasons Car Wash. So this fall, keep your vehicle and your pet clean. Conveniently located at 1300 4th Avenue South next to Tractor Supply Company in Wahpeton. To enroll in an unlimited car wash plan, please visit allseasonscw.com.
Hi, I'm Katie with First Community Credit Union, and we're here with Dakota Dirt Coffee.
We chose First Community Credit Union because, first and foremost, they're right in our community of Milton, North Dakota, and the convenience of that and being able to know the people that we're dealing with, that's something that we can't get anywhere else. I would say FCCU could be best described as a full-service financial institution that's offered and available in a local community.
Have you ever considered chiropractic for your family? Dr. Andrea and the staff at Hornstein Family Chiropractic love to see families. With 16 years of experience seeing brand new babies, pregnant women, toddlers, teens, athletes, she cares for your family like it's her family. Join Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 715 Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton, and we will help your family grow up healthy. Call 701-672-1300 for the next soonest available appointment, because at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is a family affair.
Thank you.
Every business begins with an idea. With dedication, hard work, and high-speed broadband, that idea can grow into something giant. The member organizations that form BAN are proud to support North Dakota businesses every step of the way, from the soil to the stadium. The Broadband Association of North Dakota, helping North Dakotans grow bright ideas into big business.
know you're taller than me, but I'm going to get a telephone book for next time. Something I got to get up.
I brought it down, so
yeah, I know you did.
I mean,
and you're still taller than me.
Well, I mean, hey, what can I say?
That's just like Tom Cruise. You know, he always had to stand on something when he had a leading lady that was taller than him.
Hey, it is what it is. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going down any. This is about as far as I can go.
Your knees are bumped up to the bottom of the table. But anyway, welcome back, everybody, to the Three Borders Sports Network. And we are on the Coaches Show here, presented by Giant Seeds and Snacks. And we appreciate their sponsorship of our Coaches Show. We're also on Red River Communications Cable Channel 28. And also that camera shot that you're looking at us with, that is brought to you by Digital Guru. We want to thank all of our sponsors here that do such a great job for us throughout the year. The commercials you've seen this evening and during all of our games, some new sponsors that we've got again for the fall here. We appreciate all of them. And so if you see any of those folks, make sure you tell them thank you as well. Once again, Brian and I are in our new digs here. We've been here about 1 week and 1 day. And
well, at least we had a place for the coaches to sit this time, so I think they're
nice
happy.
Job over there. I was on the farm today, and I got here about 6 o'clock, and you had everything pretty much set up.
Yeah,
so
we had snacks. Coach Lunstetter didn't show up today, so she couldn't complain about not having snacks.
Correct. So and we have water in the fridge.
Yep. So we're making small progress. It's baby steps.
We're
baby steps. So
and, we're going to have a man cave here sometime.
At some point, we're hoping. We're hoping. So we're going to get some people to help us with
all right, so everybody's tuned in. Everybody's all excited here for our Play of the Week presented by Comdel. And I think with no further ado, Brian, I think we should probably show the folks our choice for Play of the Week presented by Comdel.
This one coming from last night's Pink game. We talked about a little bit how exciting it was, and pretty fitting to have Play of the Week come.
I haven't watched myself back on this yet, but I hope I didn't make a fool out of myself.
You got most of it right.
Did I?
Yeah, you got most of it right.
Okay, good.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Let's check it out.
Kaler on the Breckenridge side, second hit off the net. Good play by Hansen. Holy cow, Haley Hansen.
Comdel Innovation is now hiring production technicians for a variety of shifts with opportunities to make $20 or more per hour. Work in a clean, climate-controlled facility. Second shift, 4 10-hour days, every weekend off, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m., and 4 crew rotation, straight days, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., or straight nights, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Apply in person or online at ComdelInnovation.com. Comdel Innovation of Wahpeton, an employee-owned company.
I actually said holy cow.
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a good play.
It was a holy cow play.
Yeah, it really was.
It really was. Again, Parker Yagi took it off the net there, did Aaron Blofus, and it ricocheted over to Haley Hansen, and she put it away, and what a point that was.
It was. It kind of showed a little bit how the game went and how exciting the game was. There were a lot of points like that you thought the ball was going to hit the floor, and then here comes somebody sliding in to pancake it or keep it in the air. There were a couple from Schroeder like that on the Wahpeton side, Sydney Roberts on the Breckenridge side, and then you saw Parker Yagi there lay out for one to keep that ball up and fortunately get that point with Haley Hansen.
And play it off the net like Aaron Blofus did was
heads up play right there and just alert and ready to go and able to pop it right up to Hansen, set it almost perfect for her, and have her put it away.
It was such a fun atmosphere, such a fun game last night. Again, folks, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it on our YouTube channel. It was a blast. It really, really was a blast, and doing it with you, partner, was pretty fun.
It was fun. I like games like that. There's a lot of people that kind of want maybe to see some of the basketball games get back into the high schools. We've had it in the high school a couple of times. I just think there's just too much of a crowd that wants to watch the game. We do a good job of putting people in science school. It's a little different atmosphere, but I think it's good. It's good.
Yep.
So nice to see.
It's fun. So we can't wait for the winter when it comes. Coach Gilbertson was he was right when we said that there's a lot of folks that wish the football was back too. But
I would love to see the football team play again. I've been here 14 years, so I've seen I was fortunate enough to see a couple of those football games, and it would really be nice to see those guys play again, and just take the border battle one step further and get a couple sports there where we have it and play it. I mean, it's bragging rights. Those guys know each other. So it's kind of cool to be able to play for those bragging rights and be able to keep those when you're done. So.
And like Gilby said, even after the match last night, the girls were getting together. They took pictures.
They're all friends.
Girls. Yeah, they're all friends.
Yep.
They know, and Margaret and Dom know each other very well, and it just was a fun atmosphere last night. So
I was talking to Coach Bogenreef last night. We were talking about basketball already.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
He still has my playbook for when he was an assistant for me. So I'm trying to get that back.
He knows all the verbal calls and everything.
Yeah, we might do some stuff different. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. So
instead of Chicago, it might be Tampa Bay.
It could be Omaha. There we go.
Iowa.
You never know. Okay. You never know. He knows what's coming anyway. It doesn't matter. So.
All right, our play of the week brought to you by Comdel. We want to thank them for doing that. And again, congratulations to Parker Yagi, Aaron Blofus, and Haley Hansen on that play of the week. And partner, nice job on putting that together too as well.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a little bit of trouble finding it because I couldn't remember at what point it was in the game.
4-1, set 3.
Yeah, I had a little hard time finding it, but because I thought it was a little bit later. I thought it was a little bit later in the third set, but I found it. So
all right, okay, we're gonna wrap it up. No coaches show next week.
Yeah, you're
going to be a politician next week.
I have civic duties to do. So.
Boy, appreciate you doing that. Thanks for serving.
Yep.
And Brian will be unavailable next week, so we will not have a coaches show next week, but we'll be back the last week of September and have a couple games for everybody to talk about.
Yeah, we're busy.
It is.
Yep.
We got a Friday night football game here with West Fargo Horace, and then
Saturday.
Next week, Saturday we got a volleyball game too. That's right. I knew there was something else I was forgetting. So Saturday, we got
Friday
Central.
Football and Saturday volleyball at Wahpeton High School. They take on Central. That will be a good match.
That will be a good match.
Yep,
so
that will. I think Breck was a good warm up to go into Central. I really do. So I think that's gonna be fun.
So it was a 1:00 Saturday game, or is it 3
varsity is at 1. There was a schedule change, so the game is earlier now. Yes, so varsity.
I saw you put it on the website at 1:00, and I thought it was 3.
Yeah, there was a change late. Okay. I think Central had something else that was going on, so they requested a time change. So varsity ball be in the air at 1:00.
Okay, Brian and I will have the game on Friday and Saturday. We'll be at the volleyball match too as well. So Chad Affield, Camden Kelson, thank you very much. Raleigh, Julie. For all of us here at Three Borders Sports Network, good night, everybody, and we'll see you on Friday night from Frank Burton Field.
Abby Johnson with the